Hi, all you cool cats and kittens. This is Mr. Ahlers working on your 18D E and F notes. So here's the PDN for the first day. We want to evaluate this integral. So for number one, the integral is going to be 2x and then add 1 to the exponent, so 2 over the new exponent from 0 to 1. So then you're going to get just x squared from 0 to 1, which equals 1 minus 0. 1 squared minus 0 squared, which equals 1. Number two, we got u squared minus 2 du. So that's u cubed over 3 minus 2u from -1 to 1. So that's 1 cubed over 3 minus 2 times 1 minus, this right here is very important because that negative needs to distribute to both things. -1 cubed over 3 minus 2 times -1. So we have 1/3 minus 2, and that's -1/3 plus 1/3, and that's negative, positive, and then negative. So that is 2/3 minus 4, which equals 3 1/3, or 10/3. The next one is x squared is on bottom, so it's going to be 3x to the -2 minus 1 dx. So that's 3x to the -1 over -1 minus 1x from 2 to 1. That is -3 over x minus x from 2 to 1. I'll let you finish cleaning that up. And then number 4 is x to the 4/3 over 4/3 minus x to the 2/3. Nope. X to the 5/3 over 5/3 from 0 to 8. So this is 3 cube root x to the 4th over 4 minus x cube root of x to the 5th power times 3 over 5, plug in 0 and 8. I'll let you finish that one for me too, please. I will be checking the notes to make sure that you complete these extra finished exercises. Cool. So we're talking about integration. So earlier we showed that the antiderivative of x squared is 1/3 x to the third. So essentially you add 1 to the exponent and divide by the new power. And then we show that there's a constant if it's not definite integral. So right here, you see there's no bound, so you have to put the plus c. So, and that's like the part that makes it difficult, is that it technically could be like all these different functions. If you have a constant, you can bring it out to the front. So then you could just do, like, say you had 2x squared, integral of that, you could do 2 times integral of x squared dx. So this is 2x cubed over 3 plus c, and this is 2 times x cubed over 3 plus c. Well, technically plus c. Distribute the 2, you get 2x cubed over 3 plus, and this is where it gets really confusing. 2 times a constant is just a new constant, so you should just put c. If you put 2c, that's wrong, so you just put a big C. So if you have y equals x to the 4th plus 2x cubed, find dy dx, and hence find this. So the derivative of this is 4x cubed plus 6x squared. How does this look compared to this? It's just double it. So I think the antiderivative is going to be this, but over 2. X to the 4th over 2 No, sorry. This is 2 times 2x cubed plus 6x squared. So I think it's going to be, the integral is going to be, so if you took the integral of this, you'd get that. But that's not what we have. We have, sorry. Yeah, if you took the integral of this, you would get that. But that's not what we have. We have 2 of this. So 2 times that. So I think it's going to be 2 x to the 4th plus 4x to the 3rd, because I'm timesing this by 2. So we take the derivative. You get 8x cubed over 3 plus, no, that's not right. I think it's divided by 2. X to the 4th plus 2x cubed over 4 plus c. So you take the derivative of that. You get x to the 4th over 2 plus x cubed. Take the derivative of this. You get 2x cubed plus 3x squared plus, yeah. So, because this right here, the derivative function is double what we had in here, we're dividing the original function by 2. All right, find dy dx. So this is 5x minus 1 to the 1/2. So we have 1/2 5x minus 1 to the negative 1/2 times 5. So it's 5 over 2 root 5x minus 1. And this right here looks like it, but how's it off? It's like times by 5 over 2. So I think the integral is going to be 5 over 2 root 5x minus 1 times 2 over 5, the inverse of that. So that's going to be plus c. So that's just 10 over 10 root 5x minus 1, which equals, oops, it's this function goes here. So it's the square root of 5x minus 1 plus c. So 2 root 5x minus 1 over 5 plus c. And that's because you want to take the original function and times it by what the difference is, which is the inverse of 5 over 2. Find the indefinite integral. So this one right here is x to the 6th. So x to the 7th over 7 plus c. It's a constant, so it's just 4, and the variable is t, so be careful. 4t plus c. This one right here, you add 1, so it's 3x to the 6th over 6 plus c, which equals x over 2 to the 6th power plus c. This is 3u to the 5th power over 5 minus 6u to the 3rd power over 3 plus 2u plus c. So that just turns into 3u to the 5th over 5 minus 2u cubed plus 2u plus c. This one here is x plus x to the 1/3 dx, so it's x squared over 2 plus x to the 4/3 over 4/3 plus c, which turns into x squared over 2 plus 3x to the 4 thirds over 4 plus c. Done. And that's 18D. Check something for you all. Find the derivative of the function given. The derivative function of f is given by this graph. The graph of f passes to the point 0. Find an expression for f of x. What's weird is how we didn't do one of those problems yet. So essentially you take the integral of 4x to the 5th plus 8x dx. Okay. So you take the integral. So you do the integral of f prime of x dx. So it's 4x to the 6th over 6 plus 8x squared over 2 plus c. That equals f of x. So that's 2x to the 6th over 3 plus 4x squared plus c equals f of x. However, we want to find an expression without the c. So to get rid of the c, we plug in this point. So 0, 6 thirds, 2 plus 4 times 0 squared plus c equals 8. So c equals 8. So the equation is f of x equals 2x to the 6th over 3 plus 4x squared plus 8. Given that dy dx equals this, and y equals 10 when x equals 1, find the term y in terms of x. This is the same thing, but working backwards, working with like dy and dx. So the integral from x to the 4th plus x to the 1/4 dx, so x to the 5th over 5 plus x to the 5/4 over 5/4 plus c equals y. So I'm going to plug in 1, that's equal to 10. 1 to the 5th power over 5 plus 1 to the 4/5 times 4 over 5. So that's just plus c 1/5 plus 4/5 plus c equals 10. This is 1 plus c equals 10. C equals 9. So the equation is x to the 5th over 5 plus x to the 5/4 times 4 over 5 plus 9 equals y. So these are all the rules for integration. So for differentiation, so we have a constant derivative 0, mx plus c, the derivative mx to the n is n minus 1 times the exponent, constant times the derivative, addition rule, product rule, quotient rule, chain rule, and these are the different ones. So essentially, if you memorize these, this is differentiation. Anti-differentiation is going backwards. So for constant, the integral is k times x, the constant times x plus c. This is you add 1 to the exponent divided by the new power plus c, e to the x plus c, 1 over x equals the integers ln of absolute value of x plus c. Here's some new ones. The derivative of the antiderivative of cosine is sine of x, and the antiderivative of sine of x is negative cosine of x plus c. And this is the one that's really tricky for students because now it's like opposites. Remember, the derivative of sine was cosine, and the derivative of cosine is negative sine. So now the integral of sine is negative cosine. So 6 antiderivatives. Go ahead and try this on your own. Nice. I got x to the 4th over 4 plus 2x cubed over minus 2x cubed over 3 plus 5x plus c. For this one, I'm going to do the integral of x to the negative 3 minus x to the 1/2. So I have x to the negative 2 over negative 2 minus x to the 3/2 over 3/2 plus c. So I got negative 1 over 2x squared minus 2x to the 3rd squared over 3 plus c. We could also write that term as 2x square root of x cubed over 3. So, integrate with respect to x. Remember, the antiderivative of sine is cosine, negative cosine, so it's 2 times negative cosine of x, and then minus cosine is minus, it's just negative sine of x plus c. So negative 2 cosine x minus sine x plus c. The integral of this is negative 2x to the negative 1 plus 3e to the x. I'm going to split that up. So that's just 3e to the x plus, absence in the bottom, so I can't do that. It's going to be ln, negative 2 ln of x plus c. Did we do chain rule? No. Let's do this one first. So this is x squared over square root of x minus 2 over square root of x dx. This is x to the 3/2 minus 2x to the negative 1/2. Go ahead and try solving on your own. Nice. I got x to the 5/2 over 2/5 or times 2/5 minus 2x to the 1/2 over 1/2, which is 2x to the 5/2 over 5 minus 4x to the square root of x plus c. I'm going to FOIL this. I have 3x, 9x squared plus 2 times 3x times 2 over x plus 2 over x squared. So 9x squared plus 4 times 6 is 12 plus 4 over x squared. So that's 9x cubed over 3 plus 12x plus 4x to the negative 1 over negative 1 plus 3x cubed plus 12x plus 4 over x, or negative 4 over x plus c. I think on your homework, where you type in plus c, I think I made it to a space. Like when you would type this in, you would do 3x caret 3 plus 12x minus 4 divided by x plus c. Make sure there's no spaces. All right, Find the antiderivative, then plug in the point to solve for c. Find f of x given that this, and then they give you a point. This point is 0, 2. So go ahead, take the integral x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3 dx. So x cubed to the fourth over 4 minus 2x cubed over 3 plus 3x plus c equals f of x. But again, we don't want c, so we're going to plug in 0 for x and 2 for f of x. So 2 equals 0 to the fourth over 4 minus 2 times 0 to the third over 3 plus 3 over times 0 plus c. I love plugging 0 because usually things cancel out. So now c equals 2. So the equation is x to the fourth over 4 minus 2x cubed over 3 plus 3x plus 2 equals f of x. Okay, so integral of this is 2 times negative cosine of x minus, this is x to the 1/2. So it's x to the 3/2 times 2 over 3 plus c equals f of x. Plug in 0 instead equal to 4. So 4 equals 2 times negative cosine of 0 minus 2 times 0 to 3/2 over 3 plus c. This goes to 0. So c plus, and then cosine of 0 is 0 is 1. So this is negative 2 equals 4. C equals 6. So be careful. This is the one time usually when you plug in 0, things don't go to 0. So negative 2 cosine of x minus 2x to the 3/2 over 3 plus 6 equals f of x. Alright, so this is a problem. This is find f of x given f double prime. You're just going to do what we just did twice. So the integral is 12x cubed over 3 minus 4x plus c. Plug in 0 and c equal to negative 1. F negative 1 equals 12 times 0 cubed over 3 minus 4x 4 times 0 plus c. So goes to 0, c equals negative 1. So now I have the integral of 4x cubed minus 4x minus 1 dx. 4x to the fourth over 4 minus 4x squared over 2 minus x plus c. Plug in 1, 4. So this is 1 to the fourth minus 2 times 1 squared minus 1 plus c equals 4. So 1 minus 2 minus 3 is negative 2 plus c equals 6. Wow, that's a coincidence. So then 4x cubed minus 4x minus 1 plus 6 equals f of x. F prime of x equaled 4x cubed minus 4x minus 1. I think this is a 2 right here. Okay, I'll let you do this one on your own. I'm going to check it, so make sure you do it. So now we're going to talk about integrating like ax plus b. So remember when we had the problem up here, this one right here? I just foiled it and then took the antiderivative, which was x squared, not a big deal. X cubed, not that big of a deal. But when it's x to like a decent number, kind of a big deal. So for instance, if you have e to the like 2x plus 1, the antiderivative is just e to the 2x plus 1 divided by the derivative of the exponent, which in this case is 2. Same thing here. They say 1 over a, but that's just because it's a times x plus 3 to the n. So, like if you had 2x plus 3 to the 5th power, the antiderivative of that is 2x plus 3 to the 6th power over 6 times the derivative of 2. So 2x plus 3 to the 6th over 12. Same thing with absolute value. The same absolute value goes on the inside. So 1 over 2x plus 3 absolute value, ln absolute value of 2x plus 3 divided by the derivative of the inside. Same thing with cosine, sine, and cosine. You just divide it by the derivative of the inside. In this case, the derivative of the inside is just going to be a single number. So, here are your rules. So, the integral of this is so 2x plus 3 power rule, add 1 over 5 times, and then the derivative of the inside is 2. So you end up getting 2x plus 3 to the 5th power all over 10 plus c. This is 1 minus 2x to the negative 1/2. Add the exponent, so you get 1 minus 2x to the 1/2 over 1/2 times the derivative inside, which is negative 2. So I have the square root of 1 minus 2x all over negative 1. So just negative square root 1 minus 2x plus c. This is 2 e to the 2x over the derivative of the exponent, which is 2. And this is negative e to the negative 3x divided by the derivative of the top of the exponent, which is negative 3. So this is 2x e to the 2x plus e to the negative 3x over 3. You can clean that up and bring the negative 3x to the bottom. This is 4 integral 1 minus 2x to the negative 1. And then, oh, no, I can't do that. So you're just going to do absolute value because this is the power of 1. So ln 1 minus 2x times 4, because that's 4 is there originally, all over derivative of the bottom, which is negative 2. So negative 2 ln absolute value 2 minus 2x plus c. Integrate this, so this is 2 times negative cosine 3x over 3 plus sine 4x plus pi all over 4 plus c. Integrate that with respect to 2 to x. Using the identity of this. So, not as clean. So I'm going to do, I think it's 4 minus 4 sine x plus sine squared x. Okay. They want me to take this and plug that in for this thing. Again, that's not the antiderivative. That's just simplifying. So I have 4 minus 4 sine x plus 1/2 minus 1/2 cosine 2x. Take the integral. So 4x plus 4 cosine x plus 1/2 x minus 1/2 sine 2x times the derivative of the inside, which is 2 times 2 on bottom. So is that 9 over 2x plus 4 cosine x minus 1/4 sine squared x plus c. So that this is equal to this. So that's cosine squared x plus 2 cosine x plus 1. And then this is going to 1 minus sine squared x plus 2 cosine x plus 1. And this is equal to, what was it, 1 half minus 1 half cosine 2x. So this is 1 minus 1 half minus 1 half cosine 2x plus 2 cosine x plus 1. So this is 1 minus 1 half is 1 half plus 1 half cosine 2x plus 2 cosine x plus 1. 1 plus 1 half is 3 halves, so 1 half cosine 2x plus 2 cosine x equals, or plus 3 halves. And then they want to take you the integral of that. But they want you to take the integral of this, but I don't know the integral of that. So I'm going to use this rule. So this is 1 half cosine, sine 2x divided by the derivative of the inside, which is over 2, plus sine 2 sine x plus 3 over 2x. So 1/4 sine 2x plus 2 sine x plus 3 over 2x plus c. Cool. That's the notes. So your homework is day 96, 97, and 98. And then work on filling in notes. Have a wonderful day. If you have questions, come to office hours, and I will see you later.